Grayson.
Hey you guys, so I don't even know where to start. Today is Sunday, July 8th. We are home from the hospital. We got home 2 days ago, I believe. I honestly have no idea. But we're home from the hospital and it's been an experience I did not expect. I did not have any idea how difficult, and not even just difficult, how amazing the whole experience is. It is nothing. I'm gonna have so many videos for you guys because it is nothing like what you think. It is incredible what you can do, what your body can do, what your mind does. And I promise you, you won't understand that until you go through the same thing. So anyway, little man is here. He has arrived, and I actually did not have to be induced per se. I actually had my water break naturally, which was awesome. That was what I was hoping for. I will have a whole labor and delivery video for you guys. I will have everything about how our first days were going, different essentials, different what you actually need in the hospital type of video. But I just can honestly say, there is no video on YouTube, there is no video, there is no class, there is nothing that will prepare you for what you're gonna go through. Nothing. And that's even if you have the greatest labor and delivery, you have a baby that latches perfectly if you wanna breastfeed. There is no video out there that will possibly get you prepared and have you in the right mind space. Just talking to you guys right now is just like blowing my mind because I haven't talked to you guys in forever. I don't know how to make you guys understand, like, it's nothing like what you think. And it's not in a bad way, that way. It's just, there is no way to prepare for it. I watched all the labor and delivery videos, like you guys know. I did the classes. I did everything to try and prepare for labor and delivery and having a newborn and everything like that. There is no manual on how it will work. I hear a little man cooing. I'm not gonna show him just yet because I haven't really introduced him to my YouTube channel yet, so not gonna show him just yet, but there's nothing, absolutely nothing that can prepare you for this. And that's not, like I said, that's not in a bad way or a negative way. It's just, you're about to go through a journey that you literally second by second have to decide what to do and what is best. And like I said, I have so many videos now of what I want to make, and like so many things I want to say now because there's so many things are different. It's crazy, but in a good way. You can tell we have not gotten any sleep. It definitely is real. The exhaustion is real. Put it this way, when I look at my son, I cry because of how much I love him and how perfect he is and how just absolutely incredible everything is. I just cry because he is that amazing. And I know you hear that, I know you hear moms say that, and it's like a cliche thing to hear, but you have no idea the feeling you get. You will never know until you're a parent. You, honest to God, will never understand. And I know that was so annoying to hear, like all through pregnancy and all even growing up. It was such an annoying thing to hear, but it's completely out of this world. It is like stepping outside of the real world. I don't know how else to describe it. It's like you have another sense, I should say. It's like another love. It's like another feeling, another type of love sense. I don't even know what to call it. Anyway, I just want to hop on here and say that we are home, and I will have some vlogs up for you guys. I don't know when all of this is going to come together. We are starting to figure out a good way to do things here for our household, and if there's anything that I've learned, and the number one thing I can tell you guys at least right now is every family is different, and every mother is different, and every baby is different. Every single one is different. And again, another cliche thing you're going to hear, but you will learn that. And what's going to work for me and my family may not work for you and your family. And you know, I've gone through a lot of pain the past so many days. I guess he was born 4 days ago. So the past 4 days has involved a lot of pain, but then again, not. Again, you guys will hear all about it. But a lot of learning and a lot of our life is completely different now. And so, but I need to eat something. Once again, when you hear mothers, like new moms, say that they don't have time to take a shower, they don't have time to do their hair and makeup, they don't have time to eat, they don't have time to do anything, as cliche as that is, yet again, it is so real. And if you do have time to do all of that, you're crazy. I literally have enough time to like maintain the house while making sure he's okay, and that's about it. The house is not maintained. What am I talking about? I don't know how new moms do it. Like all the ones that are on social media and like constantly posting on social media as a new mom, I don't know how you do it. You guys are superwoman. I can't do that. I can't do that. I've needed this little break from social media big time. Way too much. So anyway, my legs and feet are so swollen. I'm gonna eat something because if I don't, when my husband sees that I did not eat, he's gonna be mad at me because I haven't eaten all day. I haven't eaten since like 11. It's now 4:30. So I'm gonna eat something, especially because I've done nothing but pump all day long. And yeah, I'll talk with you guys in a few days. Once things kind of settle down and I know kind of the groove of things, I'll talk with you guys then. Hey guys. So I didn't bring my camera. I meant to bring my camera and I forgot it. But we just left little man's pediatrician appointment, the first one. I think he's working on a poopy for me. We left the first appointment. It is Monday and feeling really good today. The appointment was amazing. Like, she checked everything. He's straight up working on a poopy for me. How'd you get your belt clip to go down? Anyway, went really well. They said he was 100% perfect. His weight now, he only went down like a couple ounces, not a couple ounces, like a little bit of ounces since his birth weight. But that everything else was still looking perfect and everything's going well. So we're really excited. I'm gonna introduce him to you guys very shortly, but we're getting his birth certificate right now. I'm staying in the car with him, so I'm just so happy, you guys. The other thing I want to mention is I was having a really hard time nursing yesterday. Yesterday I just kind of broke down because I was just like in so much pain from nursing, and so thankfully the doctor actually helped me out. Like, she's like, okay, let's see what's going on, and she helped me out, which was so cool. Like, she helped me get like a better position for him, and it didn't hurt at all. Like, no pain whatsoever. So yeah, you definitely need to get a good latch. You're gonna get sore, but pumping in between I think is going to be a lifesaver. Pumping in between I think is going to be a huge lifesaver for whenever I am really sore. That way he's still getting, you know, my milk, but I'm not like in pain. So just really happy with how everything went. I think we're gonna have a couple visitors today and maybe have some tomorrow, but I do need to work today and I do want to catch up on like YouTube and stuff like that. We wanted life to like go to normal as soon as possible. We don't want to be in this like crazy haze, because literally since the day I went into labor, it's just been one solid day of just one day. So we want to kind of bring the normalcy back into our lives and just get used to having baby boy with us all the time, and that being our new life. So anyway, we're really excited. I will introduce him. I don't know why I'm not introducing him now. I probably should, but he's in the middle of pooping, I think, so I'll save that for another time. Anyway, you guys, I'm so excited. I'm so happy. Yesterday was a really hard day, but today's such a good day, like a really good day. So it's just kind of like, you're gonna have good days, you're gonna have bad days, you're gonna have hard days. Last night was a little rough because instead of nursing him, I was pumping. So like every 2 hours I was in there pumping, and I've come to find out I was overdoing it. She said that I was doing it for too long, so that's good to know. I don't have to be doing it as long as I have been. And yeah, you guys, I'm just so happy right now. My mom and heart is so happy. Doctor said he's 100% perfect, like 100%. And like the whole time in the hospital, like he was being tested for stuff and different numbers would come back funky, but she looked at him today and did all of the testing and everything came back perfect. So he's my perfect little man. Anyway, make sure you are following me on Instagram. I will be posting there. I think another reason why I feel so good today is because I actually did my hair. Well, I didn't do my hair, but I did my makeup, which is really important. Like trying to stay, although you're like a new mom and you're exhausted, it is important to make sure you stay true to yourself maybe, or like keep yourself, I don't even know what word I'm trying to say. Try and just keep normal as much as possible. Try not to let like everything completely change, because then it becomes overwhelming. So yeah, I'm so happy, you guys. My little man's perfect, and I'm pretty sure he pooped himself, but we'll take care of that. All right, so today is Tuesday. We are at Walmart right now. We only woke up twice last night, which is huge. I think we're talking like 2 times out of like a 6 or 7 hour span, which is still pretty good. So that was great. My milk came in. big time. So I'm learning how to deal with that because I got milk everywhere, all over the bed, all over him, all over me last night. So I'm gonna learn how to deal with that. But that's made all the difference. Having the milk come in has made such a difference in him and how I'm able to nurse because it doesn't hurt quite as bad anymore. We're just enjoying little man. Can't wait till I can film for you guys again. Cannot wait.
Good job.
Yay, do it again. Do it again. Come on. No, you can't do it with the right hand. You gotta just use the left. Just use the left. Good job. Okay, he wants to use the other one. Come on. Punch it. Punch it.
Hey you guys. So it has been a hot minute since I talked to you guys. Baby is down for a nap. I still have not introduced him to my channel and it feels so weird that I haven't yet. I haven't even announced to you guys yet at this point. Today is July 19th. I had a doctor's appointment today. It was my 2-week checkup and everything looked good. She said my incision was good and all was well. I don't even know if I told you guys, but I did end up getting a C-section and I will have his birth story filmed and uploaded for you guys as soon as I can. I'm hoping to have it done very, very soon. He obviously naps a lot. He requires a lot of my attention and it's much more difficult. We don't have him napping in his crib, or we don't have him sleeping in his crib at all yet, which I guess we could do at any time, but we just haven't. It's been easier having him with us and making sure that we can keep an eye on him. We do have like 3 like cameras, what are they called? Baby cameras, but it's just still been easier just having him with us. But anyway, things have gotten so much better. He is now 2 weeks old as of yesterday, so things have gotten a lot better. Nursing has gotten a lot better. It has been something that I literally have said 100 times that I hate. Nursing isn't for everyone. Breastfeeding is not for everybody. And I really kind of let myself feel like I was a bad mom if I wasn't going to breastfeed. And now I'm at a place where if it becomes extremely difficult, then I am gonna go ahead and just pump and just give him breast milk through a bottle. But I also feel mom guilt when I do that. So I'm still kind of working through those things. I'm still working through, you know, what's best for him, what's best for me. You know, sometimes it's easy to forget that you're still human just because you become a mom, and that's not fair. I need to still make sure I think of myself and what's comfortable for me. Thankfully, nursing has gotten so much easier than it was the first week though, and it is something I want to do. It's something I'm very headstrong about, and if I didn't want to make sure he was breastfed, I wouldn't have lasted this long. It is extremely difficult, and I never knew that. I honestly never knew how difficult emotionally and physically it is. The pain is unbelievable. It's excruciating. My friend, when I was afraid to, you know, go through labor and delivery, I was talking to her one day and she's like, honestly, labor and delivery is nothing compared to postpartum. And I never really understood what she meant by that, and now I do. Labor and delivery is the easy part, like she said, and she said that and it did not make sense to me, but postpartum is a lot more difficult, especially if you are breastfeeding. It is excruciating pain, and I'm not being dramatic. Some women, well, fortunately for them, I guess, they're able to do it with no problems, but there's women like me who really struggle, and some days are amazing. I don't have any pain, but a lot of days I have a lot of pain, but we're working through it, and that's pretty much what we're working on the most now. He's sleeping great at night. It does take a while for him to fall asleep, but once he is asleep, we hit like 4 or 5 hour stretches, and he's gaining the weight. I know he is. He does have an appointment tomorrow, so we'll see how much he has been actually gaining gaining. Hey you guys, so today is Friday. I am working on a vlog. I'm gonna get all of the footage edited from pre-baby, and then I'll get baby footage edited. I don't really know how I'm going to introduce him to YouTube. I don't know how I'm gonna do it. Haven't quite decided, but I will do it, and I will probably have that introduction up before these vlogs, that like this vlog I'm doing right now probably won't be up, or it'll probably be up before this vlog is, I think. So I think my intro video will be my birth story with him. I think that's when I'm gonna finally show him in a video. But yeah, so we're doing a lot better. We are learning all of the tips and tricks of having a newborn and how to just survive throughout the day. You're definitely in survival mode the first few weeks. He is 2 weeks and 2 days now, and we're just learning all the tricks. You know, the second half of the day is definitely a lot tougher because he doesn't sleep as much, because I guess I don't produce as much milk. I hear that you don't make as much milk second half of the day. So I think I'm actually gonna pump here in a minute too, which could be a good thing, but could be a bad thing considering he hasn't eaten a lot today. I think he's only had like 2 feedings today. So he's done a lot of napping, and we had his 2-week appointment today. It is late in the day for me to be saying he's only had 2 feedings. So I definitely think I need to feed him, like wake him up and feed him now. But we had his 2-week appointment today, which went really well. He is above his birth weight. He's now 9 pounds, 6.5 ounces. His height has stayed the same. They say that probably last week when they measured him, like he's grown since birth, but last week they measured him and they got the same measurement again this week, and she's saying it's probably because last week they probably like over measured him. So, or even today maybe it was a little off. So he did have his appointment today, and what was so funny is on the way there he was grunting a lot, and then he started getting like kind of fussy, and I was like, oh, he definitely must have pooped. And especially because I fed him literally right as we were leaving the door. I was like, he was attached to me. So I smell like a chemical smell. I've been smelling chemical smells a lot lately. I don't know what that's about. So, I don't know. There's like something, there's a chemical smell somewhere, and I don't know what's going on. Like, it's very strong right now. It's like in my nose. I must have gotten something in my nose. We had his appointment, and on the way there, we could tell he pooped. So as soon as we get there, we change him, and he's already in like his room. Like, our pediatrician is amazing. We were even late, and they still took us right in. We called to let them know we were gonna be late, so that might be why. But we love our pediatrician. So we're in the room and we're changing him, and as my husband's changing him, he poops. Like, as my husband has like the diaper to change him, he decides to like projectile poop. So that they had to redo the diaper, like another totally clean diaper. And then as that happened, the nurse finally got to like do his measurements and stuff, and she handed him to me, and as I'm holding him, he does an explosive poop again. And you know, doctors, I guess they love that. They're all about it because it shows that the baby's eating enough. So that was fun. But what's crazy is like last night he ate so much. He would not stop, which kind of made me like nervous at first. I'm like, why is he eating so much at one time? I'd rather obviously spread his feedings out throughout the day, but he has done so much napping this past week. Like, he just naps and naps and naps. So I'm definitely gonna have to wake him up. I never was about waking a sleeping baby, but I feel nervous about the fact that he eats so much at nighttime, doesn't eat as much during the day. So I just feel like I need to get him back on like a normal schedule. We kind of learned a trick of I pump before bed, especially because like throughout the day he was cluster feeding. So it was like throughout the day, my boobs would hurt so unbelievably bad to where I cried every single feeding. And so I was like, you know what? We're gonna give myself a break, and then at nighttime, because I don't produce as much anyway, and I don't need him cluster feeding even at night, we now give a bottle. And that has helped so much. He sleeps like 4 to 5 hour stretches at nighttime because of the bottle. And we give him like, we started out at like 2 ounces, but like last night he had like, within the course of like 2 hours, had like 5 ounces, which is crazy. I don't know why he had so much, but like he could not get full last night, and he did not go to sleep until like 2 a.m. We both were like up watching how Stella got her groove back, like trying to get this baby to go to sleep. But what's weird is like he and I, we don't really get too tired at nighttime. It's like almost our body's programmed to like stay awake awake, and then when we finally can like go to sleep, it's like we crash. Like even if we're totally wired, we'll crash. We were up till 2 a.m. doing that, and then we had to wake up at 8 a.m. to get him to his doctor's appointment. And so it was 2 a.m. we finally were able to fall asleep. It was probably like even 2:15, and then he woke up at 6 a.m. for a feeding, so that was only from 2 to 6. I got 4 hours of sleep, which is good. And then his feedings last anywhere between 15 to an hour. So I think last night's was only like a 30-minute feeding, not even. So from like 6 to 6:30 I was awake again, and then from 6:30 to 8 I got to sleep a little bit. So it's just survival mode, and we still feel really good though. Yeah, so that's pretty much how things have been going. Tomorrow's my father-in-law's birthday, so I don't really know what we can do. We still don't want to take, you know, the baby anywhere in public. We don't want people to like touch him or anything. Like the pediatrician was very clear that it's not so much taking him in public that's the problem. It's people wanting to touch him and see him. So when we do decide to finally get out of the house and go somewhere, we're just gonna have to make sure he's covered up. You know, I don't have a car seat cover. I'm definitely buying one. I thought my nursing top was one, but it's not. It's from Itsy Ritzy, and I think I got it and the Milk Snob one mixed up. So I ended up getting the wrong one, which is another thing. Like trying to cover and nurse at the same time has been extremely difficult. I'd rather just nurse in the car or like nurse in another room rather than just like cover up, because it's really hard to cover up with this cover especially. And then, you know, I'm still in the newborn stage, so I still want to like see him when I nurse. So there's just a lot of things to learn, a lot of different stuff to learn. And yeah, but I also, I don't know if I mentioned, but I am down to my pre-baby weight, which is crazy. I am 2 weeks postpartum, and I think I hit my pre-baby weight like on 2 weeks, maybe even before. So that's crazy. I was like almost 40 pounds dropped. You know, I ended up gaining, I think, like 33 pounds. And what's weird is like my stomach is even flatter now than it was before I was pregnant. I don't know, my muscle tone was very uneven before I was pregnant. Now that I don't have any muscle tone, my stomach's flat. It has like a little pooch because I got a C-section, but hopefully I can figure out a way to get rid of that. If you guys have any suggestions, please let me know. Yeah, like I'm doing really well. I discovered that ibuprofen is my best friend. I wasn't taking any kind of medication after the hospital, and that was a mistake. I really should have, not for my incision, or surgery, but just for breastfeeding alone. I really should have been taking medication, because so many women were having such good luck, and I didn't understand why they weren't in pain. And then I finally started asking them, and they all said that they were on medicine. They all said that they took their prescribed medication after birth and that they were continuing it for like maybe even 2 weeks, and I hadn't taken any. So it kind of just made like a little bit more sense. Like, wait a second, maybe they were able to get past the like toughening of the nipples without being in a lot of pain because they were on pain medicine, whereas I wasn't taking anything. Even in the hospital, they were trying to give me like big like prescription pills. I was on ibuprofen. I was just on like the lowest dose of something because I never had anything for pain management. They would ask me my pain level and I'd be like 1, 2, and they're like, you just had an extreme abdominal surgery and your pain level is a 1 or 2. Yeah, like a 2, maybe even some days it was like a 4. Like one of the days, the first day was probably like a 4. I don't know. The day that I went in labor, like everyone just said that my pain tolerance is just like out of this world, which I always knew I had a high pain tolerance, but I didn't realize, I guess, how high. Like labor to me was not nearly as painful as I thought it was gonna be. And like I said, I think I'm gonna have my birth story up before this, but I pushed for 4 hours and the epidural was worn off. Anyway, you guys, that's pretty much the updates I have for you. I miss you guys so much. I miss YouTube so much. But I am starting to get into a schedule. He is starting to get into a schedule. He's starting to learn our ways. We're learning his ways. You know, my biggest thing for new parents is to remember, constantly remember, and have it programmed in your head that the baby needs to learn how to live. Because they've been in a womb. You've been around for 20-something years, however old you are. You've been around for that long, but this baby is brand new and has no idea how to live. So their communication is crying. Their communication is so different than what we do as adults and what we kind of find pleasant. So just keep in mind that they're learning how to live while we're learning how to like take care of them and help them live.
Great.